On a particularly dreary day, the rain poured relentlessly as I hurried through the subway, attempting to catch my bus to work. With each step, I struggled to shield my disheveled hair beneath the hood of my raincoat. Water trickled down, a constant reminder of the unforgiving weather. Amidst the hustle, my phone chimed, momentarily startling me from my routine. Relieved, I realized it wasn't a work-related call, but rather from my cousin, whom we affectionately called Lily. Lily, at the age of 26, possessed a grace that radiated from her warm smile and sensitive eyes, seemingly touched by perpetual serenity. Unlike my siblings and me, who had comfortably settled into arranged marriages, Lily was now at the brink of embarking on her own journey. She worked diligently as a receptionist at a hotel near the airport. "Didibhai, I have news," she exclaimed eagerly. "Who's the lucky man?" I inquired, curious about the source of her excitement. "His name is Arjun. He works as a chauffeur for his uncle, who coincidentally happens to be my boss." Her joy was palpable, but I couldn't help feeling a pang of concern. A chauffeur? Amidst a sea of suitors with promising careers, Lily had chosen a path that raised eyebrows. Yet, in her effervescent voice, she found solace and happiness that were undeniable. "Where will you be staying?" I asked, trying to mask my apprehension. "At my in-laws," she replied cheerfully. "Take care," I murmured, ending the conversation abruptly, my mind swirling with conflicting emotions. Despite my worries, I couldn't deny Lily the support she deserved as she embarked on this new chapter of her life. Later, at my workplace, I called Aunt Maya, Lily's mother, only to find her in tears over Lily's unexpected revelation. Arjun had been a familiar presence in their home, considered a friend rather than a potential suitor. The news came as a shock, leaving Aunt Maya grappling with a mixture of disbelief and betrayal. I could only imagine the turmoil awaiting her as she faced the judgment of her husband, Lily's father, a man of staunch principles and traditional values. As the day progressed, I went about my duties, albeit with a heavy heart. Despite my attempts to maintain composure, my thoughts lingered on Lily's future. If only she had chosen a different path, perhaps an engineer or someone from a similar background, I mused silently. In the days that followed, I found myself withdrawing, contemplating the complexities of familial bonds and the sacrifices made in the name of tradition. Though I silently sided with Aunt Maya, I couldn't shake this sense of empathy for Lily, caught in the crosscurrents of love and societal expectations. Since Lily's wedding, a week had swiftly passed, during which I attempted to suppress my apprehensions about her marriage. My uncle, usually composed, now appeared consumed by anger and emotional turmoil. Lily had been keenly aware that her decision to marry wouldn't be easily accepted by our family. Opting for a simple ceremony at a local temple, she had moved into her in-laws' home. They were prosperous business owners, with 2 shops and a spacious 2-story house. While Lily's mother-in-law welcomed her with open arms, her father-in-law remained obstinate, insisting that Krishna, Lily's husband, should provide for his wife independently. Forced to leave their previous jobs by Krishna's uncle, the young couple found themselves embarking on a daunting journey together, seeking new employment and stability. With meager savings, they rented a modest dwelling, relying on my aunt's hospitality for their daily meals. Meanwhile, my uncle's frustrations erupted into heated outbursts directed at the newlyweds, accusing them of irrationality and even attempting to persuade Lily to abandon Krishna. Yet, despite the turmoil, Lily remained resolute in her love for Krishna, determined to weather whatever storms came their way. As weeks passed, the initial turbulence seemed to settle, and I found myself cautiously optimistic that things would eventually fall into place. My visits to them became infrequent as my mind shifted from fear to a tentative sense of reconciliation. We held on to hope that time would heal the wounds and mend the strained relationships. Then, one fateful day, as I lay in peaceful slumber, my world was shattered by a frantic phone call from my mother. Lily has taken her own life. Aunt Maya is gravely ill. She's been rushed to the hospital. Shock and disbelief gripped me as I struggled to comprehend the enormity of the tragedy. On that tragic day, following a heated exchange with my uncle, Lily had stormed out, feeling humiliated and rejected. Tragically, no one had noticed her silent retreat into the shadows of despair. By the time Krishna discovered her lifeless body, it was too late. In the aftermath of Lily's untimely death, I grappled with a torrent of emotions. Was it the weight of love or the harsh realities of life that drove her to such a desperate act? I was left with no answers, only the haunting realization of what happens when empathy falters, how we risk losing those dearest to us. As the rain poured outside, mingling with my tears, I prayed for solace and healing, hoping that somehow, amidst the downpour, my heart would find cleansing and peace.